Hello and welcome to this, my first video blog. I'm very excited. I would like to introduce the lovely Malcolm Saunders, who's here with me on my back patio. Thank you, Malcolm, for coming.
Hey, thanks for inviting me.
So good. It's a nice Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So Malcolm is one of the owners, yes, of the Cellar. Fantastic shop based in Bowness in the northwest of Calgary here. And I have invited Malcolm over this morning to talk about ferments and to talk about, give us a little bit of a background on what is the Cellar and what's your mission behind it.
So when I turned 16, I decided to become a vegetarian. And at that time, had nothing to do with health. It was just because I thought it was more environmentally friendly, etc. And thus began my journey with trying to figure out how to feed and nourish myself. And it's been a long one. It's been an interesting one. And it's ever unfolding, tuning into one's body and the seasons and the changes. But there's certain fundamental principles, practices that we can all incorporate, like fermented foods, that I've become familiar with and very passionate about. So the Cellar is an extension of that journey, not only the skills and the tools and the nutritional knowledge that I've gained, but then also access to a number of different foods. And that's kind of how the Cellar started and evolved. Yeah.
So tell me about the role ferments play for you in your life.
Okay. I mean, probably first and foremost, what you guys can connect to is the flavor, right?
Oh my God.
Flavor of fermented foods.
Yeah.
And with fermented foods, sure, we mentioned, coffee is, chocolate is, wine and beer are. But again, these things, even things like sauerkraut, what a lot of people have access to are products that have been industrially made, like large scale, most oftentimes pasteurized. So the benefits are less than if one had created it themselves.
Why are the benefits less?
Yeah, okay. Well, first, if we talk about that industrialization, one of the biggest problems is scale, right? So how is this food grown or raised? But let's say, for instance, cabbage is cabbage. We'll say the cabbage is equal, regardless of what system it's come from. We're going to bring it home. We're going to create it ourselves. Now we've created that connection with the food, with our own home. We're going to create it, process it in our own kitchen, and the cabbage itself will have microorganisms on it. So, within life, even your garden here, as I look out on it, full of microorganisms, these little bacteria.
That's what soil is.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what is the health of that soil, and what is the health of those microorganisms? Because we're going to take that into our home, into our kitchen, and we're going to culture them. We're going to allow them to grow and to flourish. And then when we can consume the product of that, they're then going to come into our bodies and help us with our own health. We have a symbiotic relationship with these bacteria. And a lot of people don't know that, in fact, for every one cell that is you, Luca, or you, the listener at home, you have 9 cells, 10, of microorganisms.
I'd also heard that on your hand, there's more bacteria on your hand than there are people in the world.
Whoa.
And that is not a bad thing.
No.
To be clear, that is not a bad thing.
Yeah. It's about maintaining that balance, one which favors, the good bacteria, and they help support our immune system. They help support good, healthy digestion, brain balance. I mean, it's amazing. This whole frontier of bacteria, we've come, again, from this culture and society that's, anti-microbe, right? Everything's got to be antibacterial.
I know.
We're, obsessed about sterilization. And
Clean
yes,
is good, but come on.
Yeah, and absolutely. There are, harmful bacteria, harmful microbes out there that we need to be aware of and cautious of.
Yes.
But there's far more good bacteria that we need to be in healthy relationship with. And that, to me, first comes through fermented foods. Getting comfortable with, growing bacteria. And it's as simple as creating your own yogurt, creating your own sauerkraut. You develop that relationship. So it's, like you say, it's about food preservation, and then nutrient, expansion, right? And multiplication. So you take a raw food, be it milk, be it cabbage, and adding those bacteria, and just multiply the nutrition in there. So I'm all about superfoods, this idea of foods that are nutrient dense, that have an overabundance of exceptional high quality and value of nutrition. Because I think, again, in our day and age, we need to get more. And we're eating a lot that has very little nutrition. High amount of calories, very low amount of nutrition. How do we flip that equation? How do we get lots of nutrition with just less calories?
Yeah.
And fermented foods are a big part of that.
So speaking of fermented foods, we have a big event happening this coming weekend in Calgary. Very excited about this. And the
Yeah.
Light Cellar spearheading this fantastic festival. Tell me about the Friendly Ferments Festival that's happening.
All right. Okay. Well, first of all, it is a festival because we want to make this fun. We want to make this approachable for you to come to deeply immerse yourself in the world of fermentation. And what better way to do it than a festival?
Yeah.
So we've also got to kind of be the focal point of that. Internationally known speaker, writer, who's written a number of books. This one you might recognize. It's called The Art of Fermentation. One prior to this was called Wild Fermentation. And I know these books have been very influential to the community of, the growing community of fermenteurs as people get into the world of fermentation. Sandor Katz is one person they look to for guidance. And he calls himself a fermentation revivalist.
I love that.
Yeah, isn't that exciting?
Is he doing both? Because I know there's a Friday night event and there's a full Saturday.
Yeah.
Is he part of both days of celebration?
Yeah, exactly. So Friday night, it's kind of like, imagine a wine and cheese, but we're calling it bubbles and brine. So
I like that.
we're going to have fermented beverages, kombucha that you'll be able to sample. We'll have ginger bug, again, another naturally fermented soda-like drink. And we're going to have grass-fed cheese. We're going to have cashew cheese. We're going to have sourdough bread, pickles, beet kvass, all these wonderful things to taste, to get an experience of them right then and there while we listen to Sandor. Yeah.
Does he have a topic or what kinds of things?
Yeah, he's going to be talking about the flavors of fermentation.
Okay.
This is one of the benefits that I think is the most easily accessible, the most easy to kind of sell anyone. Like, why would you consume fermented foods? It's the flavor.
Cool. Tell us about Saturday. What's happening Saturday?
All right, Saturday, it's an all-day experience where Sandor will kick it off with a workshop. And so he's going to then begin to show you how to ferment, where to start,
great.
and the most easiest, simple of fermentations, which is culturing vegetables.
Excellent.
And then we're going to have a period where people can, as they arrive, they'll get a passport. And this is just kind of a fun play on the words of culturing, right? So you're going to get cultured as you come to this event.
Like that.
Yeah, so you'll get a passport, and then you're going to visit all the different booths of fermentation ambassadors, of which you're one.
I am.
Yeah, and I'll be setting up ones, and there's a number of other fermenteurs and experts from around Calgary and the community that will be sharing tastes, knowledge, and experience that you can come and you can get cultured.
Excellent.
Great. So there'll be a few hands-on activities. Make your own carrot pickles, flavor your own water kefir, and create your own apple cider vinegar.
Oh, I love that.
So 3 hands-on that you'll walk away with those, the knowledge and the actual thing in your hand. To bring it home, let it sit on your counter, let it ferment. So best to check thelightcellar.ca. There's a little tab, Friendly Ferments. Click on that. You'll find all the festival details, including how to purchase, which you can come to the shop. We're just in Bowness, or you can register online.
So thelightcellar.ca is where they'll find the details, including tickets and where the venue is and everything that's involved with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, this is the first part. I also want to talk about the follow-up series that the Light Cellar is putting on, because that's really intriguing to me.
Yeah.
So tell me about the is it called the Get Cultured series?
It's actually called the Community Culture Series.
I'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, you were speaking right to it. So
Yeah.
and the idea was to bring the community together, so someone can experience over 5 Thursdays, 10 different instructors, 10 different recipes, 10 different viewpoints on fermentation. I mean,
So this is over and above the festival.
Over and above. It's kind of like a follow-up to and further add-on. So it'll be 5 Thursdays following the festival. I believe it's the 22nd is the Thursday that it starts, and it'll go 5 Thursdays from then. 2 presenters per night. And the other thing I'm really actually excited about, very accessible. If someone purchases all series, it works out to like $14.90 a class.
That's doable.
Totally doable. Yeah. There's a whole list.
There's
It's
lots.
on
the
site.
website. Okay.
Yeah, but what we wanted was a diverse selection, 10-part series that really gives you the whole world of ferments.
A big gamut. So now if people wanted to get tickets for this, can they get individual tickets or should they get the full pass? How does that all work?
Yeah, so you can get individuals, works per night. So if you can only make one Thursday, you just want to see Luca, come for that Thursday. You will get Luca and another presenter. So it's one evening, even economically, way better value to come for all 5 Thursdays. So again, all the details are on thelightcellar.ca. Click the Friendly Ferments tab. From there, you've got the options to dive into the festival. You've got the options to dive into the Community Culture Series. And it explore from there.
Excellent. So we have a giveaway that
Yeah.
we've planned that Malcolm very generously has offered here to our subscribers to Good Food and You. So what are we looking at here?
All right. So if you are subscribed to Luca's newsletter, she's going to pick one lucky winner to be able to come and attend all 5 Thursdays. This is a $149 value, care of the Light Cellar and Good Food and You.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'm excited for you who might be winning and coming.
Yeah.
This is going to open up your world to the wonderful world of Friendly Ferments.
Fantastic. So obviously this is open to people who live in and around Calgary or are able to make it here to Calgary for those Thursday night sessions. So if you wanted to get in on this action and you wanted friends to get in on this action, I encourage you to forward on this link and share it with some of your friends. Put it on your social media sites and get the word out about this yummy, yummy thing that's happening so very soon here in Calgary, the Friendly Ferments Festival and the Community Culture Series. So thanks for coming in, Malcolm.
Yeah, right on.
I'm glad you could come. And
Okay.
please check everything out online. Again, thelightcellar.ca. Thanks, Malcolm.
Okay.